Hey guys, this is Alex, and this video I want to show you how to set up the targeting for your Facebook advertising campaigns. So basically you target buyers, you target people who are likely to become your customers, and your Facebook advertising campaigns are highly profitable. So we start basically in our ads manager. So if you log in into your ads manager, here is what you're going to see. And so here, one of the options that you have in here, like out of all of these tabs, you can just go and evaluate, or maybe you already know what they all mean. But one of the options here is called Audience Insights. And so Audience Insights is an amazing tool which is provided by Facebook, provided for free for all advertisers. And this tool allows you to identify the target audience for if you have a customer list, you can upload it into Audience Insights, and it will identify and will show you what interests your customers have, what what pages they follow, what age they are, and all of those kind of insights, which are very important for you to know if you want to target those people effectively, right? And so even if you're just starting out with Facebook ads, what you can do with Audience Insights is you can simply log in here, and you can identify interests that you can just go and target straight away, and those audiences and those interests will be highly likely for you to convert into customers. So we'll do simple kind of demonstration here, and let's say you're in the market for let's say you want to sell dogs accessories, right? Like you want to sell accessories for dogs, and you basically want to target people who have dogs. And so you would put dogs in here, which is one of the main kind of interest in here, right? And so it's 50 to 60 million active people, right? It's too broad. Like you cannot just target people who like dogs, because almost everyone likes dogs, right? So you don't want to do it. And what you want to do instead is you want to think about what are the main competitors who are selling also like dogs accessories. And so if you do some research, you identify, okay, so there are some companies that do sell that sell basically products for dogs. And so as I know this market a little bit, I know that company which is called BarkBox. So if you just go into Google and you type BarkBox, this is a company that sells products for dogs, and this company is it's like subscription basis. So unless you have a dog, you wouldn't use this company. So people who like this page, people who like BarkBox, those people are likely to be your ideal customers, because they like the page that sells products for dogs. They as you can see, these are women, these are probably people that have money and have dogs that actually can buy your products as well. And so what you can do from here is basically identify, all right, so we have 86% of women. We have all of these age ranges. It's pretty widespread. So age is not really the factor here, but you can see that women literally dominate here. And so what you also find out, all other products that all other basically pages that you can go and simply target for this specific product. So you can see here the BarkBox is one of them in here, and another one is a page called Bark, right? And if you want to just open that page and find out, okay, maybe that page it doesn't make sense for me to go and target this page. Maybe it's like completely different audience that likes that page. And so what you can find out here is that this page is also there are some products that they sell from it, and if you go to their website, we want to identify if it's just page for for people who like dogs, or do they actually sell any products. And so BarkBox, the companies that we have identified, one of our main let's say these are our competitors. That's a part of Bark. So Bark is probably the big companies that has multiple brands. So they have Bark Shop, and Bark Box. And so if you have the ability to target those interests right away, right off the bat, right when you don't have any creatives, like right when you have like no idea how to pinpoint your ideal customer, but you have some kind of understanding of what they want and their main like psychology or demographics, but you don't have idea how to specifically target them on Facebook, then Audience Insights, guys, is a tool that will help you with that. So you can see these are brands, right? And like we just started here, like there are more pages, like I love dogs, but you want to see whether this is actually page for people who have dogs, or this is only for people who like dogs, because these are like two different things. And so you simply go and check all of these pages that you want. And let's say you found that Bark, you want to find out more insights about this Bark company, right? And so you put Bark in there, and again, like now you get more insights, right? Now you can sort by affinity, which is kind of like matrix that will show you okay, how relevant that audience is to other audiences that you are seeing in here. And so you can see audiences that are mostly the most related to the audience that you want to target. So for example, Bark, if you want to target Bark, the Bark Wines, I want to see what this page is about. Bark Wines is the closest page by affinity. And so I don't think that this one is good targeting option, because they have they're about dogs and nice dogs and stuff like that, but they're not necessarily selling any products. So these are not like people who like this page are not as commercially oriented people who want to buy products and stuff. So you wouldn't want to target that page for now, at least. So you would go with easy wins, right? So pets, ad life. So this is some organization, nonprofit. You wouldn't want to like target them. Later on, you can test all of these interests, all of these audiences. But what you're looking for right now is like easy wins, where you just go target and you get amazing results as fast as possible, because that's what you need when you're starting out with Facebook ads. You don't have a limited budgets to test. And so basically the same insights, the same process would happen if you have for example all of the customers. Let's say you have like 1,000 customers, right? Or you have 10,000 customers, right? So you would go and simply I can show you for my niche specifically. You can see all of these people that have that basically I am in my specific audience. You can see how related other audiences are for this specific niche. So you can see like what other audiences I'll be able to target to find out more my ideal customers. So as you can see, that is custom audience. That's what you have where you get website visitors, where you get people who buy your products, when you get leads. You get to upload that audience into Facebook, and Facebook will give you all of those insights about the audience. So then you can grab some insights. Okay, so these people are they like all of those brands. Here specifically what I can target. Here specifically what I can do to reach out more of those people and to scale my Facebook advertising campaigns, and to reach the right type of audience that I want to reach. And so basically that's how it goes with different options with Audience Insights. And so what if you don't have the ideas? What if for example, you're in some niche where you don't have who your competitors are, where maybe you need some more ideas for targeting, right? So it's all very important, like to do a bit more of research in that scenario. So for example, you could go to Amazon, and simply what you would do is you would find Amazon Kindle books. So Amazon Kindle books, you can see here. And so you would find books in your specific category. So let's say your niche is dogs, right? So let's say your niche is dogs, um, and and so you would find people who are kind of like best-selling authors in that niche. So you would go and find. So there's a guy. Um, okay, let's say you're selling like dog training. Let's say that's kind of like your niche, right? So these are, first of all, these are some brands that you can go and target, like Poop, Peroni. That also like potential targeting for your niche. Like this is not possible. Poop, Pop. Sorry, sorry, Pop. Um, Pop. No, this one is not available to target, but um, Blue Tree. Let's say if that brand is available for targeting. No, this one is not available for targeting. So Pad Botanics. Oops. No, this one as well is not available. Downtown Pet Supply. Yeah, so these are probably more like niche brands. That's why they're not available. Brandon McMillan. So that's a guy who trained dogs, and like if you're in this business, like he's your competitor, basically. So no, that guy is also not present or not available to target on Facebook. He might be present, but Facebook simply, doesn't allow certain brands to be targeted. Um, okay, so we have, who else do we have? So we have Cesar Milan. Yeah, there you go. So, and we have a little problem because, okay, so I got it. Oh, sorry guys. It was my audience. So you can see here, Cesar Milan. Okay, let's find out more about this guy. Is this guy specializing in dog training? Yeah, exactly. So Caesar Way, member of the family, perfect dog. Like if you're in this business, if you're in dog training, like this guy is your competitor. Like you have to, you'll be competing with him, right? At least in some way. And so what you'll find here, you've just found about this guy, Cesar Milan, but you have here the page likes. So all of the similar interests, guys, you can see like so many interests in here, so many interests that you can potentially target, because affinity score, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. Doesn't mean that these audiences will be good for you, will be profitable for you, but at least to give you some idea of initial understanding of your niche, these audiences are pretty good to start with. But what you need to do is you need to like dig a little deeper, because you need to go and actually check out those pages, because some of the pages, as I've said, for example, if you would sell dog training, and this page is simply about dogs, it's not necessarily the good, not necessarily the good kind of like audience to target, because these are just people who are have empathy for those dogs, who like this page. It's not necessarily people who would buy your training. This could be like just good people who have empathy for those dogs, and as you can see, they do like some fundraisers and stuff, and all that kind of stuff. But they're not necessarily good, targeting for your specific niche. So what you need to do then is basically identify, maybe there are more, there are more like authors who have this specific, who are selling specifically the training. So maybe you can just dog training. Yeah, so you can just go after broad interest, but it might be too broad. So let's see, 3.5 to 4 million people, which is not bad. And for example, if you know that like your services or your product costs money, so these are people that after certain age, they're more likely to afford your services. Maybe it's like 30, 35, right? Like 30, let's say it's 30 years old, who are, people are more established, they have families, they have funds to buy your services, to buy your products, right? And so here you have some ideas for that. You have some ideas for dog training. So dog training, you can see here, most of those people are women, as you can see in here. And also page likes, you can find some of the like relevant again. Like you can go with like almost to infinity, find more of those interests. Oh, okay, so this one, off leash, canine training. I think that's pretty good one. So let me just copy that. Okay, so off leash. Yes, there you go. So that could be a good training option for you. And so the same you would do for any industry. If you're selling baby clothing, you would first of all target maybe baby are us, babies are us. How to spell it? So babies are baby. Sorry, or is it baby? Is it just baby? Um, or I don't know how to spell it. So babies, baby. Uh, okay. Yeah, so babies are us. Let's see if that is available. Babies are us. No, that is not available. So maybe some other kids brands. And if you don't have, that idea, like you can just start very wide, like baby shower. People who are interested in baby shower, they're likely to be interested in your stuff as well. So you can see here some of the ideas of also brands. Is it like Disney baby, like Carter's Pampers, like you can see how's that relates Carter's baby clothing, right? So how that relates to your specific niche. So you would do that research, and basically your mindset about the targeting should be, first of all, you would target competitors, because people who like your competitors who are selling the same products, they're likely to be your customers too. People then you would have different like demographics and behaviors, and then you would have then you would have interests, and then you would have demographics and behaviors. So for example, that's the best level of targeting, where you target carters, different brands that are similar to yourself. You would target like lookalike audiences of people that are your customers or your leads. And then the second best option for you to target would be to target people who have certain interests, like baby shower. It's one of the interests. Like it's pretty general. It's like 4 or 5 million people, but it's still good fit. And then when you don't have any of that information, you would simply go women, that likely to have kids. I don't know, like 20, maybe like 27 to 35 women. That will be pretty wide audience, so 20 to 25 million people. So that is pretty wide. So that's why you need to refine that audience, and you need to keep it to several hundred thousands, maybe a few millions, but not more, because if you go more, it's kind of it will be too much. So guys, basically that's the process that we are using to identify the initial audiences that we want to target, and just get more insights about the ideal customers that we want to target. You can use Amazon, you can use different associations. There's so many ways to find that audience, but the good starting point, just to start with your main competitor, drill more insights, and find out some of the, like, if you would be like, just have that mindset. If you would be the like the person who is looking to get, you know, that product, like if you also would be, you know, a fan of that other brand, if that is the brand that you also would be a fan of, you know, that is a good targeting option. So you just need to put yourself in the shoes of your ideal prospect and your ideal customer, and you know, start like reverse engineering the process from there. So guys, thank you so much. Hope this video was valuable for you. If you like this video, subscribe to this channel. I'll bring you more valuable videos so you can enjoy them. You can you know, apply them for your business, get amazing results, and also likes, and put some comments below if you have any. So I'll try to get back to you and answer your questions. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you next video.